This video will show how to gather and process weather information for use in creating an EPW or EnergyPlus weather file. You're going to want to go here to MRDC1, building 135, and you want to get these highlighted ones. So temperature, solar 1, wind speed, rainfall, relative humidity, solar, barometric pressure, and wind direction. The other ones are specific to the building and are not weather. So once you get that, you want to make sure you have a year. This is really important. You want to have like 365 days worth of information. Even if it's a leap year, like forget February 29th, because the weather formatting will just it'll have a bad time. So just ignore that date. Just cut it out completely. So once you do that, you have a lot of things here. So I'm going to try and go slowly. You'll have to paste it into this file, this weather formatting Georgia Tech file. You want to click Start the Data Scanner. It'll just take a while, and then it should show that it's working. If it doesn't work, like you get an error, double check that you have the right amount of input. So you should have, and you should go all the way down. You should have exactly 35,041 for your inputs, and there should be values for everything. If not, it won't work. So once this works, and you click corrected weather EnergyPlus, and that'll bring you to this tab over here. So what you'll want to do is you want to copy paste basically all the information on here right here into line 20. So like, yes, this is like double, leave it there. So your information goes here, and you'll probably want to save this as, weather step 1.csv, and then close the file. So after that, we're going to go to EnergyPlus Utilities, Weather, Run Weather, and this will show up. So you select a file to convert. Weather step 1, you'll get this error. You need to override this and pick CSV. Select output format and save file. And then you want to save this as weather step 2. So you're going to come back and do the exact same thing. You're going to come back here, pick weather step 2 EPW, and you're going to override this to this DEF. And if you look here, we'll see this weather step 2.def. That is this text file. So if you have weather for a different location, you can adjust it. But if you're doing it for Georgia Tech, then don't change this at all, and just save this the exact same way you saved the first conversion. So this step would be weather step 2.def. So that's what this is. So, yep. Okay. Now, once you do that, let's do it up here. EPW. Alright, so what I do is that's not the right one. Both EPW and CSV. So this will give you the EnergyPlus format and a CSV of the formatted information. This is important because we don't have like global, horizontal, diffuse, and direct readings for the weather stations. So the weather formatting, this is primarily for the solar. It'll use an algorithm to kind of generate these values, and sometimes those values are just not right at all. And another thing is, like, if you look at the weather, sometimes like the original weather, where is it? Oh yeah, okay. Like especially the solars can have very high values, like 10,000 watts per square foot solar loading, which is impossible. So sometimes that happens there, and just like the weather formatting in general is kind of weird. So this is what you would get for that CSV. So you save it, do weather step 2, the DEF, format it, save it as weather step 3, both EPW and CSV, and then you would go and get you would get this, and then these like values of like 9999, that just means like it's blank, so EnergyPlus won't read it, and that's perfectly fine. But you want to check these values, so global horizontal, normal, and horizontal and diffuse. And if the values are not right, then what you want to do is you want to go back to the weather that you have here, solar 1, solar 2, and you'll see what you have. So this is solar 2 is pretty much direct solar, and then chart 2 is probably like global horizontal. So, and you can go and you can take that value, like this raw value, paste it right into here, and you can like global horizontal, since like we don't know that, just like make this 9999 and then run it again. So basically you'll put weather in, weather step 3 here. This can be EnergyPlus, both values, and then save as step 4, and then you get step 4, and then when you look at the values, you have global horizontal, direct normal, and then diffuse. So this is kind of how you can get away, or like double check that the solar loading is correct based on time of day, time of year, and stuff like that. So when you have this weather step 4, if you save it both CSV and EPW, then the EPW is ready to go. So that's the file that you would put into EnergyPlus right here in the weather file. So you could just put it in there, and that's how you would go about formatting the weather for EnergyPlus.